Just three shots. Wait for the reload.
Sniper! Sniper! Go!
Armor first.
I'm gonna die.
You're supposed to be in.
Fucking stink.
These assholes.
Oh, they're using jammers.
These guys are pros.
What it is? Search. This. One more time. So now it's a chess match. You can call me Casey, maybe 4 Al, and we'll get. Come on.
Bullshit, man. We both. Is plan A.
He said he's been following us, right? It's.
Millions.
That's it.
So,
Lock it up. Lock up.
Son of a bitch, take down.
Sarah would be pissed if she saw this.
it's just.
I don't mean to tempt you, Dad, but I would kill. That would work too.
It's gonna be all right.
Sure.
Dad.
Never. I tried.
I remember more than you know.
2, 3.
Close it. Come on, kid. Don't be stupid. Brave.
Let's face it, besides every...
Dead!
You keep firing at that imp.
Who did the scout? And his job is. But you want more. The Mitch. Our job. Is that a threat?
Threat, my friend.
Let's get this thing over with.
Yeah, that guy can't shoot for shit.
Running high.
What do you...
If I had guys like you, there's only one way.
I'm not asking. Believe in miracles.
Silent. Yeah. Those doors will bust open easy. Yeah.
Run out of air soon enough.
Part of me thinks we never had a problem. We never lost anyone before. The whole lot.
Can you move your toe? You're right. I mean,
Bigger scares were alive, but...
When?
Soon.
That doesn't involve.
You gonna back out now? Hmm?
They don't die.
After.
See?
Push us off the bridge.
We're both gonna die. Just go.
Survivors. Not in my nature. In a minute.
Stop, right?
Hey guys, today we are strapping in for a deep dive into the adrenaline-fueled, explosion-packed world of Armor 2024, where old-school grip meets futuristic tech. Get ready for a recap that's tighter than Rich's bicep veins and more intense than his stare. This is a passion project for me, and a like or a subscribe is the best way to show your support. So if you're on board, join the crew. If not, thanks for watching anyway. We kick things off with Rich, a man who's seen more combat than a rusty tank. He's leading a high-stakes security detail, transporting a highly sensitive package, not a fluffy kitten, but something far more valuable, through a city that clearly hasn't heard of a quiet night. Our convoy, rumbling through the urban sprawl, suddenly erupts into pure chaos. A deafening blast tears through the lead vehicle, sending shards of metal and concrete flying like confetti at a very angry party. This isn't just a random mugging. These attackers are organized, ruthless, and apparently have an unlimited budget for explosives. The air crackles with automatic gunfire, the metallic clatter of spent casings raining down, and the guttural roars of Rich's team as they scramble to respond. It's a symphony of destruction, and our protagonists are playing the drums with their rifles. Rich, ever the calm in the storm, barks orders, his voice cutting through the din like a hot knife through butter. He's seen this dance before, but the precision and sheer firepower of these attackers suggests something far more sinister than your average street thugs. As the gunfight escalates, Rich and his crew realize these aren't your typical goons. They're moving with an almost unnatural fluidity. They're sleek, dark tactical suits deflecting incoming fire like it's mere drizzle. The ping of bullets harmlessly glancing off their armor sends a chill down your spine, letting you know this isn't going to be a fair fight. These guys are the real deal, like ninjas who went to MIT for combat engineering. They move in perfect sync, flanking and outmaneuvering Rich's diminishing team with brutal efficiency. The crack of a neck breaking, the muffled thud of a body hitting the pavement, these guys aren't messing around. Rich takes cover behind a bullet-riddled bus, his eyes scanning for weaknesses, trying to wrap his head around this new level of threat. He can practically feel the hum of their advanced tech through the concrete, a subtle vibration that signals overwhelming power. The ambush turns into a brutal rout. Rich, despite his legendary resilience, is forced into a desperate retreat, dragging a bleeding comrade, the metallic tang of blood filling the humid night air. He barks orders, his voice raw, but it's clear they're outmatched. The attackers are like a pack of wolves, relentless and unforgiving. We hear the sickening thump of a grenade landing, followed by a concussive blast that sends Rich and his wounded teammate sprawling. The screams of his men, abruptly cut short, echo in his ears, a chilling reminder of their mounting losses. Rich's face is a roadmap of pain and resolve, edged with the realization that he's losing good people fast. He sees a flash of movement, a blur of advanced armor, and knows they need to disappear, or they'll all be history. The attackers, with chilling efficiency, make a beeline for the armored vehicle's vault. Their objective finally laid bare, the prototype armor suit. It's not just a briefcase, it's a full-on, next-gen battlesuit. These guys weren't after cash, they wanted the tech. They deploy some kind of ridiculously cool, glowing plasma cutter that slices through reinforced steel like it's a warm croissant. The screech of tortured metal fills the night, accompanied by the mesmerizing shower of superheated sparks. It's a surprisingly elegant destruction, considering the brutality they've just unleashed. Rich watches, hidden as the vault door groans open with a final, defeated sigh, revealing the gleaming, menacing silhouette of the armor suit within. He can almost feel the power radiating from it, and he knows in his gut that in the wrong hands, this thing could turn the world into a very messy game of dodgeball. Wounded and with his team decimated, Rich isn't about to let these high-tech hooligans walk away with the armor. He channels every ounce of his legendary stubbornness, limping towards the open vault, each step a grunt of pain. He moves like a wounded bear, but with the ferocity of a trapped lion. Two more of the armored thugs step in his way, confident in their superior tech, but they clearly haven't read Rich's resume. With a brutal smash and a precise snap, Rich dispatches them in a flurry of close-quarters combat. Reminding us why he's the GOAT, he reaches the suit, his fingers fumbling with the controls, a desperate hope igniting in his eyes. Just as more attackers flood the area, the suit hums to life, its internal mechanisms whirring with an almost organic sound. Rich slips into the prototype, the metallic click of seals engaging echoing, and just barely escapes the overwhelming force, a whirlwind of gunfire and explosions marking his retreat. He's got the suit, but he's also got a target on his back the size of a billboard. Meanwhile, far from the burning wreckage, we get our first proper glimpse of the brains behind the brawn. A shadowy figure looking like they just stepped out of a tech billionaire's fashion catalog is perched in a sleek, minimalist office that probably costs more than a small country's GDP. They're watching the entire brutal ambush unfold on a wall of ultra-high-definition screens, sipping on, well, probably artisanal kombucha, because villains are all about that bespoke evil life now. Their face betrays absolutely no emotion as they witness the carnage, only a flicker of annoyance when Rich manages to snatch the armor. It's clear this individual is not just a boss. They're an architect of chaos, pulling strings with a surgeon's precision. The whoosh of automated doors and the gentle hum of their server farms set a chilling backdrop to their detached ruthlessness. Turns out, some people just want to watch the world burn, as long as it's neatly organized on their custom dashboard. Rich, having just barely escaped with the prototype, finds temporary sanctuary in what looks suspiciously like an abandoned mechanic's garage. It's grimy, smells faintly of oil and desperation, and is a far cry from the villain's slick headquarters. The armor suit powers down with a series of mechanical clunks and a gentle hiss of steam, its formidable presence now somewhat muted in the dim light. Rich, exhausted and bleeding, struggles out of the suit, the metallic scrape of its internal workings a testament to the beating it just took. He's alive, but barely. His body is a map of fresh bruises and cuts. He runs his hand over the suit's sleek, hardened exterior, feeling the raw power humming beneath the surface. It's a beast, but he's never piloted anything like it before. He starts to tinker, the quiet whir of the suit's internal diagnostics his only company, trying to understand the intricacies of this technological marvel that just saved his hide. It's like getting handed the keys to a spaceship after only driving a beat-up pickup truck. Rich, despite being more comfortable with an M4 than a motherboard, starts to dig into the armor's operating system. Turns out, this suit isn't just about firepower. It's practically a sentient supercomputer in a shell. He interacts with a holographic interface that springs from the gauntlet, glowing with an otherworldly blue light. The soft whiz of the projection and the subtle click of virtual buttons accompany his exploration. He discovers an embedded AI, or perhaps a message from the suit's deceased creator, a voice that sounds both brilliant and haunted. The AI's calm, synthesized tones explain the armor's true purpose, not just a weapon, but a protector, designed to be incorruptible. It also reveals critical vulnerabilities, like a digital Achilles heel, and warns about the ruthless organization determined to acquire it for less than heroic deeds. Rich listens, his grizzled face reflecting the flickering light, the weight of this new responsibility settling heavily on his shoulders. It's like being handed the instruction manual for the apocalypse, and realizing you're the only one who can read it, knowing he's going to need more than just brute strength and a good old-fashioned punch-up. Rich heads to a shadowy corner of the city, a place only known to those who deal in secrets and bites. He finds his old contact, a brilliant but eccentric hacker named Spark, holed up in what appears to be a repurposed, neon-lit noodle bar that smells vaguely of burnt circuit boards and delicious dumplings. The clatter of chopsticks and the low hum of server racks fill the air. Spark, played by an actor who perfectly embodies unwashed genius, eyes Rich with suspicion, clearly not thrilled to be dragged back into Rich's chaotic world. Rich, with a gravelly thump as he sets a heavy case on the counter, lays out the situation, the details of the armor, and the dangerous organization hunting it. The conversation is punctuated by Spark's incredulous huffs and the occasional slurp of noodles. Rich knows he's asking for a lot, but Spark is the only one who can help him unlock the armor's full potential and, more importantly, track down the bad guys. It's a classic get the band back together moment, but with more explosives and less singing. The click of his remote advancing the presentation slides reinforces the methodical nature of his madness. It's clear Kestrel isn't just power-hungry. He's got a messianic complex wrapped in a bespoke suit, believing he's the only one capable of fixing a broken world, even if it means breaking it even more first. He's basically Lex Luthor with better internet connection, with Kestrel's plans laid bare. It's time for Rich to get an upgrade. Spark, fueled by questionable energy drinks and pure spite, works tirelessly to modify and enhance Rich's prototype armor. We see a rapid-fire montage, sparks flying from plasma torches, the rhythmic thud of new plates being welded, lines of code racing across screens, and the satisfying hiss of hydraulic systems. Intercut with this, Rich is in a hyper-advanced training simulator, looking less like a man and more like a futuristic battle tank doing parkour. He learns to harness the suit's incredible strength, performing bone-shattering punches that crack against training dummies, and dodges simulated laser fire with a grace he didn't know he possessed. The whoosh of air rushing past the suit's integrated AI, now fully online thanks to Spark, offers tactical readouts and suggestions, its calm voice contrasting with the frantic action. Rich is adapting, becoming one with the machine, his old-school tactics now augmented by cutting-edge tech. He's not just a man in a suit. He's a force of nature in a metal shell, ready to dish out some serious consequences, fully upgraded and with a thirst for justice. Rich initiates his one-man invasion of Kestrel's primary fortress, a monolithic structure that screams evil lair from every polished chrome angle. This isn't a smash and grab. It's a calculated surgical strike. The armor suit's stealth module kicks in, cloaking Rich almost completely, turning him into a shimmering, barely visible ripple in the air. He moves with silent, predatory grace through laser grids that hum with lethal energy and past advanced motion sensors that were gently The thump of his armored boot is barely audible as he dispatches unsuspecting guards with brutal, efficient takedowns, their oofs and thuds quickly silenced. He bypasses security checkpoints with a satisfying beep of overridden systems, the AI in his suit whispering tactical advice. It's a ballet of destruction, a masterclass in covert ops, but he knows the real fight is still ahead. This facility is a hive of activity, and every corner holds a new threat, each one more heavily armed than the last. Good thing Rich brought his bigger gun outfit. Deep within Kestrel's lair, Rich finally encounters the real muscle, Kestrel's elite guard, decked out in their own, slightly less fancy, armored suits. These guys are tough, well-trained, and clearly have a subscription to the punch first, ask questions, never school of thought. The battle is a cacophony of metallic clangs and crunches as armored fists connect with armored bodies. Rich moves with a surprising agility for someone in a heavy suit, deflecting blows, returning them with bone-jarring force. The snap of his shield breaking, the hiss of a plasma pistol discharging harmlessly against his enhanced plating. It's a symphony of close-quarters destruction. He uses the environment to his advantage, slamming an enemy into a sparking control panel, sending another careening through a glass partition with a satisfying shatter. Rich isn't just fighting. He's sending a message. You mess with Rich, you get the full metal beat down. The air fills with the smell of ozone and burnt electronics. It's an intense, brutal dance, and Rich is leading dot as Rich creates absolute havoc inside. Spark, back in their noodle dashbar / command center, is fighting their own war. Fingers dancing across the keyboard, they launch a brutal cyber attack on Kestrel's network, aiming to cripple his operations from the inside out. The ping-pong of data packets, the frantic clack-clack of the keys, and Spark's intense grunts of concentration fill the room. On their glowing monitors, we see Kestrel's network defenses, depicted as shimmering firewalls, collapsing one by one with a satisfying whoosh effect. Spark navigates through digital minefields, deploying viruses that spread like wildfire, turning Kestrel's pristine system nodes red and making them flicker ominously. The mission: expose Kestrel's illicit activities to the world and disable his control over the stolen armored tech. It's a race against time, with every ding of a successful breach feeling like a mini victory. If Rich is the brawn, Spark is the brain, and together, they're a force Kestrel clearly underestimated. Who knew ramen and revolution went so well together? Rich's path finally leads him to Kestrel's inner sanctum, but before he can reach the big bad, he has to contend with Kestrel's personal champion. This guy, in an even beefier, more menacing armor suit, is clearly Kestrel's pride and joy, designed to be an unstoppable force. The clash of the two titans is seismic, a ground-shaking thud that reverberates through the facility. It's a full-on armored duel, a symphony of metallic scrapes and crashes as they trade blows, each impact carrying enough force to level a small car. Energy weapons zap and pew across the room, deflecting off hardened surfaces with blinding flashes of light. Rich, using his experience and newly enhanced suit, dodges a massive whump of an armored fist, then counters with a focused plasma blast that hisses as it scorches his opponent's armor. The fight is relentless, a brutal test of strength, skill, and the armor's durability. It's like watching two giant robots argue, but with higher stakes and less product placement, with Kestrel's champion reduced to a pile of sparking scrap metal. Rich finally corners the architect of chaos. But Kestrel, ever the prepared villain, has a delightful surprise, a failsafe, naturally. A massive digital countdown clock flashes to life on the central screen, ticking ominously towards 0. Kestrel, his convoy cracking, reveals a final, devastating weapon, something designed to unleash havoc if his plans are thwarted. The room fills with a low, menacing thump-thump as the weapon charges. Kestrel tries to escape, his voice laced with manic desperation, promising Rich hell if he interferes. But Rich, his armor humming with a steady BRRR, isn't backing down. The beep beep of the countdown intensifies, each second a hammer blow of dread. It's not just about stopping Kestrel anymore. It's about stopping whatever apocalyptic party favor he's about to unleash. Rich knows he has to act fast, because nobody likes a party pooper, especially not one with a doomsday device, with the countdown blaring its final seconds. Rich makes a snap decision worthy of a true hero. He can't stop the device from activating, but he can contain it. With a guttural roar, he channels the armor's full power, activating its energy absorption protocols, turning himself into a human shield, or rather, an armor-plated shield. The room is engulfed in a blinding flash of light, followed by a deafening boom that rattles the very foundations of the facility. The armor suit glows with an agonizing, incandescent light, its systems screaming under the immense strain. We hear the internal crackle of circuits overloading, the pop of hydraulic lines bursting, and the screech of tortured metal. It's a breathtaking moment of selflessness. When the dust settles, the armor, charred and broken, powers down with a final, defeated hiss. Rich, battered but alive, barely stirs within its mangled shell. He saved the day, but at what cost to himself and the incredible suit that now lay in ruins? Talk about going out with a bang. Almost. In the aftermath of the colossal blast, the damaged facility is swarming with emergency services and military personnel. Sirens wail in the distance, slowly growing louder, signaling the end of Kestrel's reign of terror. Kestrel, looking utterly furious and completely defeated, is cuffed and led away, his grand plans dissolving into thin air. He spits venom, but his words are hollow now. Rich, meanwhile, is carefully extracted from the mangled remains of the armor suit, a grim but determined look on his face. The suit is a wreck, a testament to its sacrifice. Medics rush to his side, their voices a quiet murmur of concern amidst the gentle thump of helicopter blades above. The immediate danger is over, but the quiet crunch of debris underfoot serves as a harsh reminder of the battle. Rich glances at the ruined armor, a silent nod of respect for the machine that became his protector. The world is safe, thanks to a grizzled veteran and a truly remarkable piece of technology. And a hacker who definitely needs a vacation. Weeks later, the city begins its slow crawl back to normalcy, the scars of Kestrel's ambition slowly fading. Rich, now recovered, stands overlooking the city's skyline at dawn, a new quietude in his eyes. He holds a small, metallic fragment of the armor, its once gleaming surface now dull, a tangible reminder of the power and peril he faced. The whoosh of the wind is the only sound, a stark contrast to the cacophony of explosions and gunfire he endured. He's a man changed, perhaps a little more weary, but also more resolved. The armor's legacy, much like his own, isn't just about the battles fought, but the lives saved. He knows that while Kestrel is gone, the threat of technology misused will always linger, a subtle hum beneath the surface of progress. But for now, peace. A temporary, hard-won peace. So there you have it. The full breakdown of single quotes armor. 22 for single quotes. It's a reminder that even in a world obsessed with advanced tech, true heroism often comes down to the unwavering spirit of those who dare to stand against overwhelming odds. The armor was incredible, but Rich, with his grit and determination, was the real power source. It makes you think about the line between protecting and dominating, and how easily even the most brilliant innovations can be twisted. But it also shows us that humanity, with all its flaws, still has a spark of unyielding goodness, ready to don the metaphorical or literal armor when duty calls. What a ride, right? It leaves us wondering what future battles await, and if our heroes will be ready. Thanks for tuning in, and remember to keep fighting the good fight, whatever